Vietnam people will shoot you if you don't like this video and subscribe right now. Found a lizard using a sponge as a raft in my kitchen sink. This Irish supermarket has quiet evenings for sensitive people. Autism aware quiet evening. Every Tuesday 6 to 8 p.m. Reduced lighting. No in-store announcements. No music. Reduced noise. Additional assistance / priority queuing. Assistance dogs always welcome. My local library loans out cake pans. One of our barn kittens has both stripes and spots. This gas station in Detroit has various colas from around the world. Iraqi Pepsi, Honduran Coke, Mexican Coke. Me and my girlfriend renewed our passports together, but hers came back as the next generation version, while I got the old one. My banana has a bruise that looks like a musical note. Rainbow cream costs 20 cents more. My pizza looked just as good as the picture on the box. Caution. Do not open pharmacy doors. Pharmacy staff will try to escape again. Thank you. They run fast, but get distracted easily. My son made a simple dragonfly using the Lego tools. My right pinky finger has only one crease. Saw the end of a rainbow today. I found a piece of glass that says Shrek buried in my yard today. The largest lobster claw I have ever seen for sale. $70.13 at Costco. The wall of this Best Buy matches almost perfectly with the sky. If you microwave American cheese on a piece of parchment paper, it puffs up and turns crispy. My dad and me versus me and my daughter. Same bike, roughly 27 years apart. Restaurant in Los Angeles warns customers not to drink the toilet or urinal water because it is non-potable. To conserve water, this building uses on-site, treated not potable grey water to flush toilets and urinals. Do not drink the toilet or urinal water. My new dress came with a napkin, apparently made in China. Pull to remove label. Uses tiny, ineffective napkin. Found this tiny spoiler while walking back to my car. I found a red onion that was actually red, not purple. This cheap canned pasta I bought looks like a video game texture or a bad Photoshop. This extremely windswept tree I encountered during a hike. My Master Chief keyring. My daughter got a mini Monopoly game with her kids' meal. This candle reflection trying to fit in on the stovetop. Attention grabbing sale sign. OMG Becky, look at her sale, it is so big. There's a seaside hotline on the back of my student ID. National Seaside Prevention Lifeline. 1-800-273-8255. This crosswalk lights up when you cross to improve visibility for the drivers. This Luigi magnet really is just a green Mario. The extra wide piece of asparagus from my garden. $57.50 to have a baby in 1940. Ordered 5 plates online. They came in 5 giant packages. The blood moon on May 16, 2022 was photographed from eastern Kentucky. My homemade popsicle turned out looking like a tongue. These urinals have toilet papers for your pee-pee. Egyptian bust that looks like Michael Jackson. The white squares in my very old dish towel have frayed faster than the green portions. This is my pet toad in a little hat I bought for him. You can see Queen Elizabeth age through coins. Natural cameo formed on this stone. This VHS cover was made from misprinted pharmaceutical packaging. My 11-year-old recently learned fractions at school. He's been using this skill to rate my dinners in a variety of formats. This 4x4 Pontiac I saw can confirm is for wheel drivers. I saw a front differential. The way the water droplets formed at the edges of my cantaloupe leaves. My carrot is shaped like a perfect cowboy boot. This store stocks their weight loss products between tubs of lard and pie filling, oil/shortening, weight control, pie filling. This old home shed I came across in Iceland. The skies and seas colors blended in so well yesterday that it seemed like they had become one. This spider's abdomen looks like an M&M. An old man at my bar left us a portion of tip in peacock form. Old cigarette machine repurposed to sell tiny art booklets from local artist for $5 a piece in a coffee shop. I drilled so hard that the bore's spiral changed direction. Card Tower Bridge, V-Base. Letter carrier here. This was my truck at the end of today after our annual food drive. These clouds in Oklahoma. I came across some honey infused with Japanese murder hornets today. This runner has been in my house for over 20 years and only today we realized that it had a hidden tray in it. My girlfriend's cocktail came in a bird-shaped glass. Got bored at work today and made a really tiny origami crane. Thought it was cool. In Canada we have disenchantment stakes to keep geese away from busy areas. Goose disenchantment stakes. Please do not remove. This apple had a tiny apple growing out of the same stem. An American flag with a bald eagle and a helicopter next to a welding shop. Mildly American. They hooked up a laptop to the plane. I run past this broccoli tree every day. Found Solo on VHS. This refuse bin looks like a strawberry ice cream cone. My pepper is ready to fight. Street signs awaiting placement at the entrance of a new subdivision that's being constructed. The inside of the mug shows how my wife stirs her coffee for years. McDonald's took the time to neatly stack my box of chicken nuggets today. I got snakes in the mail today. Got a new scratcher for my cats and realized the cat on the label looks just like my girl. This house has already been upvoted. Apple on an apple. Isolated showers. What I assume is a handicap accessible bench. About time. Duck ramp at Washington, D.C. My integrated dishwasher projects the remaining time onto the floor. Life-size model of Noah's Ark in Kentucky. This Lamborghini Countach has its own little glass garage. This toilet paper has scalloped perforation. 1939 silver mercury dime that fell out of reclaimed timber. Found a proof quarter at work. The flowers closest to a very busy road are decaying faster than ones further away. Travel mug survives fall from motorcycle at 80 miles per hour. Didn't even spill my coffee. The way my plant looks out the window. Layers of brown tones in my coffee with exponential thickness. Found a letter in my closet, addressed to previous residents of my apartment. Thank you so much for taking care of Carol while we were away. I know he loved being with you guys. I received a piece of tongue and groove in my bag of Lompoc charcoal. These clouds look like low-res video game graphics clouds. This office next to mine. Ordered 10 batteries and a flashlight. The batteries were individually shipped inside flashlights. This very shiny golden quarter I found at work. A carrot my wife was chopping today. City diorama that lights up. My car's shadow looks kinda like Shrek. Old Ace Monopoly I found in my grandma's house. My jumper has a reminder. Wash this when dirty. The first slice of Swiss cheese inside could be the eyes of the cow design on the outside of the package. Our usually very busy local Walmart is closing today. Everything but alcohol was 75% off. A local seafood restaurant in Toluca, Mexico has Taco Bell wrappers. There is no Taco Bell in Mexico. This oversized staple from my job site today felt like it belonged here. Tree with flowers growing on the trunk. The door to my room in this Airbnb I got. It was a bank before it became a house. The 105-year-old Fremont Bridge in Seattle is the most frequently opened drawbridge in the United States. My mom cut this pepper open, and the center of the stalk has a perfect smile. This rusty sword we found, most likely a Polish World War I officer's sword. Delivery bag is not made out of plastic. My crown was delivered in a tiny tooth-shaped box. These racing team stickers. There is now meatless jerky. Surprisingly enough, it tastes good and has a texture similar to jerky. I'm impressed. Was cleaning our vents in our apartment. Found this weird looking dagger. Apparently I have had this tape measure for at least 33 years. Pepsi ecosystem. This wet umbrella contraption at a hospital in England. I have never seen this anywhere. My graduation cap. Time to make a splash. This steel sliver I drilled out as a gradient from the frictional heat of the drill bit. Photos of the blood moon from San Antonio, Texas. This moth has an eye pattern on the back. This baby frog was smaller than my pinky nail. Unintentionally bought a maternity dress. This was underside of the tag. The stalk was a lie. This photo I took of a buzzard in flight looks like the eagle on the US seal. Neighborhood kids drew a hopscotch game with 300 squares. Contents of my 4-year-old's piggy banks. This harmless white crescent in my eye, cornea lacus is the condition. This Rariture bottle warns its users to face the product away from persons and valuable items. Remove cap and break foil seal with caution when removing seal. Face the product away from persons and valuable items. There's a little forest under this glass. My pen ran out of ink the same time I finished my drawing. The cover of this pamphlet that came with my pool testing kit is a picture of a pool guy reading the pamphlet that came with his kit. On the cover is a picture of himself reading the same pamphlet that he's holding in his hands. Water chemistry. There's braille instructions on this rental scooter. The sticker on my papaya tells you when it's ripe enough to eat. Eating color. I found a 1 penny from 1918. My F6 key is printed crooked. My cat will clean up all of the toys and put them in the food dish. To cow clicks in different directions. An apple version of the VG straws. Apple straws. Cinnamon. This reflection off my dish soap. Someone in a nearby town has a wildly oversized German flag in his front yard. This cloud formation that looks like a lapras. My t-shirt was made from other old t-shirts. This t-shirt is rubbish. There's a tree frog chilling on my patio umbrella. It's a stick. It's quite straight for a stick. Hillbug convention in Central Texas. One of my foster cat's kittens inherited her heterochromia. Loki is 6 weeks old at the moment, so his non-blue eye is still changing to its permanent coloring. This wall in Taipei made entirely out of old motherboards. My dad's mattress rotation schedule from 20 years ago. This McDonald's with only one golden arch. At training last night, at the breakout area, staff freakout area. My cat curled into a yin and yang formation. A green bug laid perfectly placed eggs on our gazebo. Walking home from work and noticed a nice thick fog rolling in and thought it looked beautiful. End of the rainbow at driving range in Tacoma, Washington. If you compare a coin from 1971 and 2021, you can see the Queen age. I got a Bluetooth cassette receiver for Mildcast stereo. Campbell Soup Limited 60th anniversary can of tomato soup, paying homage to Andy Warhol's iconic piece. This little ghoul my mom found climbing out of this branch. Gnomes being devoured. The walls of Constantinople I saw while walking around Istanbul. A perfect sphere of water in a nasturtium seedling. I saw a cargo hauling truck with two smaller trucks on it. The bottom half of the electrical pole is gone. The time my lava lamp made a blob man. This cloud I saw on my way back home looks like a face. The way the water beads on this strawberry leaf. Someone put a welcome mat outside of this porta potty. Anti-Starbucks ad seen in the drive-thru for Starbucks. Chain coffee is so 47 years ago. This wall of clouds I saw from the airplane. This piece of pasta that dried into a perfect ampersand. My grandparents, who live in Kansas, came home to randomly find a peacock in their yard. This paper clip I found at work. Banana and pen for scale. Imperial moth in my backyard this morning. Target is now categorizing the gummy bear section as packaged sugar. The current lunar eclipse. The way this car was damaged after a tire blowout. My onion was pregnant. Severe thunderstorm in South Dakota. I cut into a bell pepper with no seeds today. Found a bird's nest during my trip to the garden center. Bird nest. Baby birds inside. Please do not disturb. Thank you. This hotel has a clock embedded onto a pillar. This business card I found at a local restaurant. Cram and trauma scene cleanup. 24-hour service toll free. Biodecongenics. Decomposition. Homesides. Seasides. Moth labs. Hoarding. Natural death. I saw these translucent plastic cans at the grocery store. Found a honey toad, then put them back safely. This map my grandfather made of his very whimsical property. We got a Tide Pod with air in it, no soap at all. Changed my gear oil yesterday and realized it looks like Jupiter. This American pack of cigarettes that doesn't have any warning pictures on it. A half pink / half yellow flower in my yard. Original text from the Book of John.